Have you heard?
Heard what?
Ponty has been declared a nature reserve.
Oh, that's lovely.
The Natur Ponty project saw local artists Catrin, Doyle and Melis declare that their valley's town was a nature reserve as a way of getting people to see their hometown in a different way.
I think it's safe to say that Anami and I are big fans of Pontypridd. It's the nature that surrounds Pontypridd, which is kind of part of its real pull. It's really gorgeous. It's really beautiful. So the Pontypridd Nature Reserve project was about sharing the kind of good news really about Ponty, that is like it's an amazing place to live and there's nature all around us.
As a creative intervention, the artist declared that Pontypridd was a nature reserve and that the biodiversity in the town, from the dandelions in the pavement to the pollinators in people's gardens, were worthy of celebration and protection.
I think the confrontational element of the title of Pontypridd is a nature reserve is definitely part of encouraging people to start thinking differently about their environment. I think to make people change in the way they think about something, you have to challenge them in one way or another. And I think the element of that phrase, Pontypridd is a nature reserve, puts them on the spot and makes them think.
Ado is interested in curating art projects that enhance the wider cultural ecology of places, that encourage people to think about a site, a place or community in a different way. And that's what Catrin and Annie did here in using a variety of creative strategies. They challenged people living in the town and raised their awareness of the nature around them. In that way, I think the project's been a real success.
As part of their research, Natur Ponty collaborated with scientists and naturalists to explore the biodiversity of Pontypridd and share it with the people who live there.
So we're just walking through the park with our detectors. We're hearing now through the little machine the ding, 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 ding of the common purpose trail.
I can't see anything, but I can hear it.
I've always said that the park is a fab place to be, and the bats agree. Yeah, it's astounding though to think, that right beside us here is a busy town centre where at the moment I'm sure plenty of people are out going for drinks, and here we are with the bats having a proper feast.
The biggest eye-opener for me was when we took a scientist, an entomologist, a specialist in insects, and I just assumed he'd take us off into the woods and we'd have a lovely walk around some of the beautiful nature spots of Pontypridd. And he started in the car park and he started looking at all the scrubby-looking wildflowers and just most people would just think of as weeds, and he would find all of these amazing insects on there. So that was part of kind of saying, the Pontypridd Nature Reserve is real.
Pontypridd could definitely be classed as a nature reserve because it's just embedded in the nature and you can embrace that.
But yeah, it's a connection, isn't it? It's to be more connected to nature, definitely. I'm having the best time ever just going out for a walk and finding out about plants and mushrooms.
The participation of local young people was at the heart of the Natur Ponty project. From the youth forum to a series of podcasts that explored inclusivity in the environmental movement.
I want one in every colour.
Yeah. Ponty Dusky, a company that specialises in technology and education, facilitated the Natur Ponty Youth Forum, where local young people were able to shape the project.
So we've got some of the Natur Ponty Youth Forum here, and we're just planning the next steps for 2024, so bouncing around ideas.
The project is also creating a kind of platform for young people to voice themselves, and that's how the idea of the manifesto came to being.
We're really proud of the manifesto, and we were so proud that we actually posted it out to each of the primary schools and secondary schools in the Pontypridd area. It's the voice of young people, the young people that we've been working with. We've been really proud then that it's developed a bit of a grassroots movement and the schools locally have been able to come and get involved.
As well as giving young people a voice, Natur Ponty also gave local young artists the opportunity to develop their careers.
So being involved in Natur Ponty as the intern meant I was visiting a lot of youth clubs and doing a lot of youth work with individuals, teaching them about nature through the arts. It was really cool because I've come from a music background, but I was able to learn about a variation of art forms and how that can be used in education.
At its heart, the Natur Ponty project is all about the power of art to make a difference. Taking inspiration from the fungi foraging at the start of the project, Melis researched using mycelium material to grow sculptures that explore the role of fungi in our local ecosystems.
Well, I've been growing my art. That's a really nice thing. And then that you see that the organisms are in there and that they just keep on going. It's quite amazing. So everything is kind of like what we are trying to say with our project is that we as a small community here in the valleys, we can do stuff that is like making an impact on the whole world.
These sculptures, together with crochet work from local young artist Lucy Powell, created the mycelium entity figure.
The mycelium entity is linking up to the magical world of the fungi. So the mycelium is the root system of a mushroom, and it's doing this magical work, living in symbiosis with the plants, and the fungi are supporting each other. And I thought this was really nice as well, to see it as a metaphor. So these things can also happen in a community, of course, and that you can support each other in a community.
Collaborating with local photographer Lucy Purrington and also with Lucy Powell, Catrin Doyle celebrated the flora and fauna of the town with a photographic biodiversity carnival.
These are the two headdresses that me and Catrin made. It's a bunny and an insect. These were really, really fun to make. It's mixed media, so we've got crochet, knit and willow weaving in this one, and there's some metal work and crochet and willow in this one, and they look amazing in this place that we're taking pictures.
What I love about these is it really shows to me the value of art. The characters in these photographs are not speaking, but they really represent for us everything about this connection between the natural world and the human world. You can come up with your own messages when you look at these, and that's for me part of the value of art, is that it's that people can access it in their own different, unique way. For me, the value of art is that it makes people think. And it really does have the potential to change people's minds. You're trying to get them in a place where they're very familiar, in their hometown. You're questioning and starting to put something in place which might just make them think differently, might make them feel differently, might make them act differently with more responsibility towards the natural environment that's around them.